Clases de English. My name is Viviana, and today we're going to be looking at connectors with so and since. Now, both of these connectors have different ways of being used in a sentence, and they're going to share a certain clause that it always has to be together. They always have to be close, or they always have to be connected to the specific clause given to them. So for the connector so is connected, and by connected it means that the clause is going to be with it, and so is connected to the effect clause. Since is connected to the cause clause. And you're going to see what that means using some certain sentences that are going to help us understand what exactly the effect clause is and the cause clause is. It's like cause and effect, right? You do something and you get something because of the action you did in the beginning. Now, something that we can easily talk about that has, an action and a consequence can be the planet, right? So something we can all talk about is pollution, right? And our planet changing because of the pollution. So all of pollution, right, is causing our planet to be more and more damaged each day. So how do I do that using since and so? I'm going to have a sentence, right, with my cause and my effect. I'm going to start with since. Since the earth is getting warmer. So here I have my first clause, since the earth is getting warmer. Here I have since, and it is connected to my cause clause, right? I have since plus my cause clause, the earth is getting warmer. Now, what is the effect? What happens when the earth becomes warmer? The weather, so since the earth is getting warmer, the weather has been crazy. So here we have, since the earth is getting warmer, the weather has been crazy. Here we have a comma that connects my clause cause with my effect clause. So here, for any sentence, I'm going to have a cause and an effect. My since is going to be always with my cause clause. And we're going to now use so, using this exact sentence. Now, because we are using so, we don't put it at the beginning, because in the beginning we have our cause clause. We're going to put it in front of our effect clause. So we're going to write this as just its individual clause. The earth is getting warmer, comma, now my effect clause, so the weather has been crazy. So here we have, the earth is getting warmer, so the weather has been crazy. I still have my cause clause at the beginning of my statement. Now I have the connector so in the middle, And that is being connected to my effect clause. See how here I am not connecting so to my clause cause? This is staying in its own little box. The same thing for since. It is staying inside its own little box. Think about since being best friends with the cause. So since is best friends with cause, and so is best friends with effect. And if we do another sentence, something that, we all can talk about right now, the quarantine. The quarantine has been, they have been giving us more days that we need to stay home. So let's describe the cause of quarantine and the effect we get from it. So we have, again, starting with since the quarantine, and like I said, the quarantine, we've been getting more days. So since the quarantine has lasted longer, comma, since the quarantine has lasted longer, right, what is the effect? What have we seen is the effect because of this? We have seen many businesses, go out of merchandise, so no more business for them. We also see people start getting more impatient, right, staying in their homes. So we can say, since the quarantine has lasted longer, people, and we said people have been, right, people have been more impatient. Here, I still have since my connector, and it is followed by my cause. And what is the effect to this cause? People have been impatient. Okay, so here again, since is still with the cause clause, and then we're going to write so, and we know so is going to go right in front of effect because they're best friends. So again, writing this as its own sentence, the quarantine has lasted longer, so people have been more impatient. Here we still have our so connected to the effect. It's really about how you're wording it or where you're going to put your cause and effect. So the only rule you need to follow is placing since always in front of cause and always placing so in front of your effect. Remember, you cannot have both of them in the same sentence. It is incorrect if I say, since the quarantine has lasted longer, so people have been more impatient. It is incorrect to use both of them in the same statement, but I can use them in separate statements with the same idea. Hopefully this was helpful for you. If you have any comments or questions, just contact us, and hopefully I get to see you soon in class. Thank you.